What's up? This is Tireo and I'm back, y'all, with a real serious and eye-opening video on witches, witchcraft, sorcery, and Wicca revealed. Okay, I'm going to open up your eyes to how witches and witchcraft and sorcerers operate. This is a very serious video, okay? And also in the video, I'm going to open up your eyes to all kinds of stuff and show you that the witches are controlling everything. The witches are controlling everything. Not your government, not the Illuminati. The witches are controlling everything. All of the evilness we see today is coming from Satan, and it's coming from the witches, okay? All of the wickedness that's going on in your families, in your households, all of the madness that's going on, is all being done by the witches, okay? And you people need to see this, okay? You need to look at this video and look at it with an open eye. I'm going to show you all kinds of stuff because I have the book right here. The book on witches and witchcraft and Wicca, okay? If you people can see that, I have the book right there on witches, witchcraft, and Wicca. And in the book, it talks about all of the different types of curses and spells that witches put on people. It reveals all of the secrets to witches and witchcraft, okay? Because many of you people have witches all in your families. You're married to a witch. Your children are witches, man, okay? You're going on these date relationships with witches. They're evil, man. And it's all in the book, okay? And also, I'm going to open up your eyes and show you straight off the top that your rappers and your singers, the majority of all of them are secret witches. They witches, man. They witches, and I'm going to reveal this stuff to you and open up you people's eyes to the truth, okay? I'm also going to show you how Tyler Perry's Medea character, that's a witch. That witch is in this book. Her name was Medea. She was a well-known witch, okay? I'm going to show you the real reason why Jay-Z and Beyonce got married, because they are sorcerers and they are witches. And I'm going to show you the ritual behind their marriage. I'm going to show you where Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith, name comes from. It's all in the book, okay? Witches and witchcraft. People, you're following witches, okay? You people better wake up, open up your eyes, stop being fans of these celebrities and people because you're following witches. They all are secret witches, man. And also, in the book, I'm going to show you how Christians in Christianity are under spells by witches, to where the preachers can't speak truth. The Christians are hypnotized to where they can't see the truth. They can't walk in the truth. They are under spells that came from witches. So let's get straight to it, man. Let's get straight to this stuff. Okay, here we go. First thing first, if you have a pen and a paper, I'm going to give you these Bible verses and you need to write this down, because I'm not going to go into these scriptures because I don't want that to take up the time of the video. So if you have a pen and a paper, write these scriptures down, because these scriptures are concerning with the witches and witchcraft and Wicca and sorcery and spells, because all through the Bible talks about this stuff. So let's get to it, and I'm going to give you these scriptures right quick before I start opening up your eyes and showing you this stuff, okay? So here we go. The first scripture is Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. Paul said, "Who have bewitched you?" Meaning, who put a spell on you? Who put a curse on you? Paul said this in Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. Also, the book of Acts chapter 8, verse 9. That talks about, you know, sorcerers and stuff. And also the book of Acts chapter 8, verse 11. Okay, here we go. More scriptures for it. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27. Write that down. Witches are to be put to death. That's in Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27. Also, Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 10 through 12. Also, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 6. Because King Saul had he went to a witch. And also 2 Kings chapter 21 verse 6, 2 Kings chapter 23 verse 24, and 2 Chronicles chapter 33 verse 6, and Isaiah chapter 8 verse 19, and the book of Acts chapter 13 verses 6 through 11, and also the book of Acts chapter 16 verses 16 through 19. Okay, these are the verses that deal with witchcraft and people who was into sorcery and people who was putting spells on folks, all that stuff. So I gave you the scriptures for it. Okay, now let's get to this video, and I'm gonna open up you people's eyes to this stuff because this is very, very serious. Okay, first thing first, man. Okay, about witches. Witches work with these spirits called familiars. And that's in the Bible, and I gave you those scriptures as well. Witches work witches and sorcerers. They work with these spirits called familiars, and these spirits come in different forms and shapes. Some as a dog, some as a cat, some as an owl, some as an ugly-looking demon creature. And what the witches do is, when they put spells and curses on people, okay, they use these familiars to bring it to pass. Okay, seriously, straight off the top. And also, I want to let you people know this as well, because in the witches book, back in the 16th century, they built a jailhouse for the witches, and the people had to go capture the witches and put them on trial, and the witches had to go to court because they was killing so many people and cursing folks and bewitching them and putting spells on them by their witchcraft. They built a prison for the witches, and they put these witches on trial, man. This stuff was very, very serious back in the 16th century. Okay, seriously, man, some very, very powerful, serious information. Okay, and you're going to find out that all of that same stuff is still going on today in the earth. Okay, and also the witches, all of the witches who are following Satan and they into the witchcraft and stuff, when they sign these pacts with the devil puts a mark on their bodies. Okay, and he writes their names in the black book, because Satan have a black book with all of the evil people whose names are in the book that work for him. Okay, some crazy stuff, but it's very, very true, people. All of this stuff is found in the witches book. Okay, now here we go. Okay, first things first, I want to say this. Okay, because all of you people who are listening to this, and the majority of you, I already know you have witches in your family. You know, your friends, you have evil husbands and wives, all these people, man, your children. And I'm just going to give you the rundown right quick, okay? You also have witch doctors. Doctors who are witch doctors, meaning they have been set up by Satan to be witch doctors, okay? Also, here we go, okay? Something about the witches. Witches, they have out-of-body experiences, meaning they know how to come in and out their bodies. They know how to fly and travel through the earth, okay? Through the spirit realm of Satan, okay? Also, witches can walk through walls. Here we go. Oh man, you know, witches, they can float in the air. Witches can even heal people, meaning they can give you a false healing. A witch can heal you, man. Give you a false healing. They can raise up the dead. They can kill people by putting spells on them, okay? A witch can put you in poverty and have you straight struggling from a spell and a curse, okay? Witches can curse your finances, okay? Witches can cause you to have bad health. Witches can cause you to lose your jobs. Witches can destroy your relationships and your marriages. Witches can wreck your homes, man, okay? Also, witches can cause your husband or your wife to cheat on you from an evil spell. Okay, that's right. Okay, and also witches can steal your man or your woman from you, meaning they can put a curse and a spell on that person, and that person will go be with another person. They wouldn't even be faithful to you. All this is curses and spells that have been done by witches. Okay, straight off the top, man. Also, a witch can shut down your business. Okay, and also. Also in the witches book, people were afraid of witches. Even police officers were afraid of witches in the witches book because of the simple fact that witches had so much power that they was carrying from Satan. The police didn't even want fool with that stuff, man, because they'll put a spell on a cop. Okay, all this stuff, people, was going down, and it's going down like that today in these times. Okay, this is why Hollywood is all controlled by witches. Your churches is all controlled by witches, man. Okay, I'm going to open up your eyes to this. Okay, because in Hollywood, when a celebrity enters Hollywood and they blow up and become a star, Hollywood would refer them to a witch. Hollywood would refer them to a witch. This is why Beyonce is a witch. Lady Gaga is a witch. Okay, you got all of these witchcraft rappers like Lil Wayne, Birdman. They all are witches. Hollywood refers them to the witches because that's who is controlling Hollywood. This is why Jennifer Lopez is a witch. Okay, so when these stars get into Hollywood, Hollywood sends them to a witch and teaches them how this stuff operates so they can put curses and spells on you fans, so you people can keep following them over and over and over and over. They have to do this, okay, because this is a pact that they made with Satan. So understand this. When you're looking at TV and you see Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Lady Gaga, and all these stars, you're not looking at singers and dancers. You're looking at witches, because they're witches, man. Because in the witch book, okay, witches were singers. They had witches who were singers in the book. They had witches who were rappers in the 16th century, and they knew how to make words rhyme. This is your modern day Lil Wayne's, Birdman's, Beyonce's, Lady Gaga's, and so on. Okay, now I just want to say this right quick. Also, for all of you people, okay, who don't know this, but your nightclubs are called sabbats. S-A-B-B-A-T-S. S-A-B-B-A-T-S. Your nightclubs are called sabbats. Sabbats was a demonic ritual that the witches did with Satan, meaning they would have these parties on Friday nights at 12 o'clock and on Saturday nights at 12 o'clock, and they would have these parties with demons, and they would wait for Satan to enter the party. That's your new modern day clubs. Friday nights, Saturday nights, the women getting free, they partying, they getting drunk. They are basically going into a demonic ritual that the witches were into when they was having a party with demons and with Satan. So for all of you people who want to keep clubbing it up, you are entering a sabbat ritual. This is what the witches did when they partied with Satan on Friday nights and Saturday nights, man. They partied, they sung songs, they danced, they dances for Satan. Okay, witches, man. So your modern day clubs are called sabbats. It's straight from the witches book, people. Straight from the book. They call sabbats. Okay, now I want to say this as well. I want to say this as well right quick. Also, when you have these witches, the witches have to live up to their pacts that they made with Satan. Meaning, if a witch don't put curses and spells and take folks out, Satan will take them out. Okay, because they have to keep up that contract. That's right, man. And this is what you're seeing in Hollywood with all of the blood sacrifices. They have to keep up the pacts that they made with Satan, or Satan will turn on them. They're witches, man. From your rappers to your singers on down. They are all witches. Okay? They are all witches. Also, I just want to go ahead and share this with you as well. Okay? The Bible tells us in Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27, that witches are to be put to death, right? This is what happened with Aaliyah and Left Eye and Whitney Houston and Biggie, because they were all witches. Left Eye was a witch. Okay? There is a spell in the witch's book. There is a spell in the witch's book called the evil eye, meaning that a witch can look at you and put a curse and a spell on you just by looking at you. It's a spell called the evil eye. Left Eye, she named herself after a spell from a witch. Okay? And Left Eye was a witch. Okay? Because in the witch's book, one of the spells that the witches would do was they would burn people's houses and set them on fire. This is what Left Eye did when she was married to the football player. You all know the story. She set his house on fire and sat in the house. Left Eye was a known witch, okay? And she was doing rituals and spells that came from the witches. And this is why God had to kill her, because according to Leviticus chapter 20 verse 27, the witches and the sorcerers are to be put to death. Meaning they gotta die, man. Aaliyah was another well-known witch. She was a witch because more spells that the witches did in the witches book was the simple fact that the witches would use snakes to put spells on people's homes. Meaning the witches would take a snake and they would take the venom out the snake and they would put the snake under a person's house. And the witches would go back to their homes and put curses and spells on that person's home. They dealt with snakes. That's your Aaliyah video called Need a Resolution. Remember that video Aaliyah did where she had all of the snakes around her? She was going through the ritual and she was putting spells on you people, man. This is why so many fans are hypnotized behind Aaliyah to this day, because they are under a spell. Aaliyah was a witch. That's why God had to kill her by allowing her plane to crash. Wake up, people. This is not a game, man. The Bible tells you in Leviticus chapter 20 verse 27 that the sorcerers and the witches ought to be put to death. Biggie was a male virgin witch. Biggie was a male witch, and in the book there were male witches. Okay, in the book there were male witches. Biggie was a witch, man. So God had to slay him, allow him to die. Okay, people, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up, man. This is serious. Also, I want to go ahead and give this to you. Also, in the witches book, the witches would do these rituals to whereas they would have multiple children, because they were trying to create a witchcraft family. Okay, and this is your modern day Lil Wayne. He have all of these babies going around here, man. All of these babies going around here. He's a witch. Lil Wayne is a witch, man. Him and Birdman are witches from Satan. And they are doing witchcraft rituals to keep Satan from killing them. Okay? That's what they're doing. And also, when you saw Lil Wayne and Birdman tongue kiss on camera, that was a witch ritual that they did that comes from the book. And that kiss is called the kiss of shame. In the book, the witches would kiss Satan. They would kiss Satan because that was a part of their ritual to the enemy. And that's what you see Lil Wayne and Birdman doing. You see all of these Hollywood stars just tonguing each other all in front of the camera. You see Rihanna tongue kissing Katy Perry. You see Rihanna kissing Nicki Minaj, grabbing her ass. All that stuff, man. Okay? Those are witchcraft rituals that come from witches. So when you all saw Lil Wayne tonguing Birdman in the mouth and you like, what's going on? They are doing a witchcraft ritual, man. This is why Birdman have the star tattooed on his head, because in the witch's book, the star was the 5-star pentagram that the witches worshipped when they brought Satan to them. So when they come out their bodies and stuff, that's what they worshiped. Okay, and this is what you see Birdman having on the top of his head, and this same star is on your Christmas trees, and this same star is on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Why are the stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Because they showing you who's controlling Hollywood. It's the witches, man. The witches are controlling Hollywood. Some crazy stuff, man, and all of it it comes from the witches book. You people better wake up seriously, man. You better wake up, okay? Seriously. Also, you know, smoking is witchcraft. Smoking cigarettes, Black and Mild cigars, weed, crack, cocaine, it's all witchcraft, okay? When you smoke, you are becoming a witch. Don't even matter what you're smoking. You are becoming a witch, because in the witch's book, the witches smoked so that they can invite demons and spirits into their minds so that they can hear Satan talk to them. The witches smoked, man. They smoked cigarettes, weed, whatever they got their hands on. Crack cocaine, whatever they got their hands on. They smoked because that was a way of them drawing demon forces to them so that they can operate in the spirit realm for Satan. So they can be able to come out their bodies and stuff and go put spells and curse people's homes, man. Okay, seriously, people. And this is why your government, this is why they set up shop and put all of the stuff that you can smoke right on a corner store. Because they trying to turn you into a witch. Because they know this information, people. Your governments and all of this stuff, they have these books. Okay, they have these books, man. Okay, and their whole objective is to turn you into a witch, because the witches control the government, the witches control Hollywood, and the witches control the Illuminati. All of your politicians, all of your people who be trying to run for governor and senator and all of that stuff, they go to witches. It's all in the book. There was a lady in the book, a well-known witch from New Orleans back in the 16th century. Okay, and all of the politicians was going to her, okay, because she was putting spells on the people so they can vote for the governor, so they can vote for the politician, so they can vote for the Senate, so they can vote for the presidents, okay, so they can vote for the mayors. All of your government politicians, they go to witches, man, to get the votes. And see, this is why the fans be under these spells, man. And they don't know what's going on. And they'll vote for Bush knowing he's evil. How can you vote for Bush knowing he's evil? Because you're under a spell. That's why. How can you vote for an evil president knowing the president is wicked? Because they are under spells, and the witches put spells on all of the fans so that these politicians, these governors, these senators can win. These presidents can win. All of that stuff, man, is being controlled and ran by witches, man. The witches are running the show, man. And let me open up your eyes to this. In the Bible, the witches were controlling things all throughout the scriptures. Okay, let me bring it back. Remember Pharaoh? Pharaoh was not running the palace. Who was behind Pharaoh's dirty work? Pharaoh had witches and people who done black magic who was hanging with him, man. Because Pharaoh know they were the ones in charge. This is why when Moses went to Pharaoh and Moses threw down a stick, a witch who put on a witch who done black magic came and he threw his stick down, because they was rolling with Pharaoh. They were the reasons why Pharaoh was in high position. King Nebuchadnezzar, man, who he had working for him? Witches, people who done black magic. This is why they hated on Daniel so much. Okay, remember Jezebel was a witch. The witches were all throughout the scriptures, man. Okay, the witches were all throughout the scriptures of the Bible. They were the ones who was controlling the evil in the earth. This is why Christ had to come. And this is why Christ was telling his followers, I give you power over all that stuff, man. This is why when the Apostle Paul, you saw all of them going after witches, casting out demons and rebuking sorcerers and putting curses on witches, because they were controlling everything. And they controlling everything to this day, man. That's right, man. You have school teachers who are witches who flunk students on purpose. That's right. You have lawyers who are witches now. Judges in court, man. They're all secret witches, man, being set up by Satan to run the earth, man. And it's all in this book, people. Okay? Now, I want to go ahead and talk to you people about some more stuff. Okay? I want to open up your eyes to some more stuff. Okay? You have these witches called the night witches. The night witches are basically the witches who are like ugly old ladies. They are called the night witches. Okay, you have the night witches, and these witches kill people. Okay, they straight up kill people, man. They are called night witches. Okay, meaning they put spells on married couples and married folk, man. They are called night witches. Okay, and these are your old women that you see today. That's right, that you see today, people. That you see today. They put curses and spells on their own relatives. The night witches do this. So for all of you people, you know what I'm talking about. You have evil folk in your family, okay? They are night witches. They curse their own family members, man. Put spells on them, curses, and kill them. They night witches. That's right, man. They night witches. And it's a damn shame, but it's the truth. Okay? It's the truth, man. Okay? Also, I want to show you people some more. Yoga. Yoga is witchcraft. Let me show you people who you're worshiping when you're doing yoga. Yoga is witchcraft. For all of the people who are into yoga, when they meditate, they are meditating to this witch right here from the book. This witch called Baba Yaga, okay? And Yaga is another word of yoga, okay? Yoga is witchcraft. It's right here. This is the witch that they are worshiping in yoga, right here. That woman right there. You people can see that? That woman right there. That's the witch that they are worshiping in yoga. Her right there. Okay? That's right. Yoga is witchcraft. So for all of you people who are into yoga, you're meditating to a witch. You're meditating to a witch, man. Okay? Wake up, people. Wake up. Okay? Seriously. And also, there's more. I'm going to give you people some more. I'm going to show you all this stuff, man. Okay? Also, let me get to Beyonce right quick. Beyonce calls herself Queen Bee. I'm going to show you where that comes from. Because Beyonce is a well-known sorcerer and a witch. Most famous witch of all time in Hollywood. Beyonce is a sorcerer and a witch, and Jay-Z is too. So let me just give you the lowdown on that right quick. Okay? In the witch's book, okay, the witches swallowed a queen bee. And let me tell you why they swallow these bees. They swallow these queen bees because when the people were coming to put the witches in jail, and he will come to the witches' houses and show up and put the witches in handcuffs and take them to the witch prison, the witches would swallow a queen bee. And that queen bee would get inside their stomachs, and that bee would stop them from snitching on other witches. That's why Beyonce calls herself Queen Bee. Because Beyonce have the witch books, man. She's a witch. Okay? She's a witch. That's why Beyonce calls herself Queen Bee. Because the witches will swallow queen bees to not snitch out on other witches. Some crazy stuff, man. You people better stop being fans of the madness. Because you're following witches, man. And you're under spells and curses, man. Okay? Also, let me open up your eyes and show you why Beyonce and Jay-Z got married. Okay? Because they are both witches, right? But it's in the witch book. And I'm going to hit you with this secret right quick. The real reason why Jay-Z and Beyonce got married. Okay? The real reason. The real reason why, what page is that on right quick? Let me find that for you. The real reason why Jay-Z and Beyonce got married was because of the simple fact that when you had a powerful woman witch and you had a powerful man witch, they would get married and they would come together, and that would make their power for Satan 10 times much stronger, man. 10 times much stronger. And that's why she married Jay-Z. Because by Jay-Z being a sorcerer and a witch just like her, they had to get married, man, to make that pact and that power for Satan 10 times stronger than what it was, man. Seriously, people. This is some heavy stuff, man, and this is not a game, man. Seriously. Let me show you what that's called, okay? Because I have it. It's called the Great Rite. That's what it's called. It's called the Great Rite. It's a ritual that the witches would do. You get a woman witch who's powerful, you get a man witch who is powerful, and they will come together and get married and have sexual intercourse with each other to get more power from Satan. That's called the Great Rite. That's the ritual that the witches was doing, man, in this book, man. This is some very heavy, scary stuff, man, but it's the truth, man. They witches, people. They are witches, man. They witches. Okay, also, I want to show you something else. Medea. Let's get to Tyler Perry's Medea right quick. Medea was a witch. Okay, Medea. And I'm going to talk about that to open up your eyes to that. Tyler Perry's Medea character, who all of you people are fans of, Medea was a well-known witch, okay, in the witch book in the 16th century. Medea was a well-known witch who slit her brother's throat, and she put a curse on people and killed them. Okay, Medea was a well-known witch, man, and it's a damn shame. And Tyler Perry knows who the real Medea is, but he won't tell you. He'll tell you that God blessed him. Let me open up your eyes to something. The Bible tells you that Satan comes as an angel of light. Tyler Perry is a male witch. He adopted the Medea witchcraft spirit because the real Medea was a real witch who was killing folks all throughout this book, man. Okay? Seriously. So Tyler Perry took on the real Medea witch and brought her spirit back from the dead, okay, to curse people, to curse millions of you. And this is why Hollywood blew him up. They let him in because Hollywood knows who the real Medea is because they read. They read, man. They read. So Hollywood knows who the real Medea is. That's why they let him in and gave him all his millions. Because they'll let one in to destroy millions of you. And that's what they do in Hollywood, because Hollywood is all controlled by witches, man. So what they done, they're like, okay, he's representing the real Medea witch. But the fans don't know who the real Medea is, so we'll let him in. We'll give him the millions because he's cursing billions of lives, man. That's right. So for all of you people who are laughing at Medea, you're sitting there laughing at a woman who was a witch who sliced her own brother in the throat. That's right, man. That's right. That's right. Let me go to that page right quick, man. Stuff is crazy, but it's real, people. It's very, very real. It's very real. That's right. And for all of you people, I'm going to put it up to the screen so you can see the name. Medea. If you can see it. Medea. It's in this book, man. It's in this witch book. The witch name was Medea. Okay? And she killed her brother by slicing his throat. Okay? And also, here's another one on what she did. She gave a princess a gift, right? But the gift was a poison robe. The princess put the robe on and the woman's body burst into flames, man. Medea killed her with witchcraft. Medea gave the woman a cursed purple robe, okay? She puts this cursed purple robe on, the woman's body just bust open. Medea was a well-known witch, and Tyler Perry ain't nothing but a witch, man. That's right. And see, this is how he got all of you. He says he have God. He says he's followed God. He'll quote Bible verses. And let me tell you something about that. In the witches book, there were witches who were churchgoers. They went to church. They went to church every pagan Sunday. Okay? This is how they disguised themselves. And these same witches are all in the churches today. This is why the pagan Christians are under a spell of Christianity, because you got witches who show up to church as churchgoers. They carry the Bibles, they wear the church hats, and they'll sit up there and sing the songs and everything, but they'll be in there secretly putting spells on all of the pagans in the church. This is why the curses, and this is why the churches are so destroyed, man, because they're not into the truth anymore. Okay? Wake up, people. This is not a game, man. Wake up. There were witches who were churchgoers in the witches book. They will go to church and they will put spells on the preachers and everybody in the churches. This is why Christianity is a joke today, and nobody can live right for God in Christianity. Have you ever asked yourselves, why can't Christians speak the real truth? Why can't Christians take a stand for God? Why are Christians so emotional and so soft and so hypnotized and blinded and so stupid? They're under spells, man. Let me open up your eyes a little more. In the witches book, the witches would have out-of-body experiences, right? And they would meet up with Satan in different places. And this is what they'll do. They'll automatically pray spells on pagan Christians. That's right. All of that's in the book. That's what the witches do, and that's what they're doing today. This is why, if you notice, so many Christians have problems in their homes, marriages. They're always getting hit with cancer plagues and so on. Witches, man. The Christians are under a spell. This is why I'm telling you, get out of Christianity, man. Get out of it. Christianity cannot protect you from a witch. You want to know why? Because Christianity is pagan. It's pagan, man. And it can't protect you. It can't keep you covered. You got to come to the real truth of God, man. That's just off the top. And let me open up your eyes a little more. Okay? Have you people noticed, like, every time you'll see things on TV, you always seeing stuff like with the Pope, you know, the government always hanging with the Pope. And even Jakes sat with the Pope. Jakes, Joel Osteen, all of your mega speeches sat with the Pope. Why are they sitting with the Pope? What's going on with the Pope? The Pope is connected to witchcraft. That's why. The Pope is connected to the witches. That's who runs your mega churches. That's who runs Hollywood, the government, the witches. This is why you'll see the presidents hanging with the Pope. Because the Pope operates under witchcraft. Have you ever asked yourself that? What the hell the Pope got to do with politics? Because that's who running it. The Pope, the popes are connected to secret witches and sorcerers, man. And that's who's controlling the whole thing. Seriously, people. Seriously. Let me give you people some more. Let me open up your eyes some more. Okay, also black animals. Okay, this is what the witches use. They used black animals like black cats, black dogs, black owls. Let me open up your eyes a little more. CeeLo, the singer CeeLo in Hollywood. CeeLo, you know CeeLo Green, the guy who is a judge on the TV show The Voice. CeeLo have owls on his shoulder. He have these cats. CeeLo is a witch, man. He's a male witch. This is what the witches were using in the 16th century. They had owls and they had cats and they had mice and rats and all of that stuff. That's CeeLo. CeeLo ain't nothing but a witch, man. He's a male version of a witch. Also, the witches would put spells on people and curses on them, something that's called blasting. Okay, and blasting was a ritual that they did to kill people. It's crazy, man. Okay, also, I want to open up your eyes a little more. Blood. We're going to talk about the blood right quick. The blood. The witches use their blood as a sign to be into Satan's witchcraft camp that they were in. So they'll use their blood, and this is another way how they kill people. The witches will use other people's blood to put spells on them. This is your witch doctors. This is why, have you noticed, the world always telling you to go get vaccine shots and all of this stuff, because they're doing that to keep you under a spell. Okay, this is why the first thing when you have a child, that kid have to get shots. Okay, because they use the blood to curse you. So when you go to the doctor, the first thing that they do is say, I'm checking your blood. Because they use that blood to put spells on you, man. They need your blood. And see, blood is very, very powerful, people. Because remember, this is why you got to be baptized in the name of Jesus. So you can be covered in Christ's blood. Okay? In Christ's blood, man. Blood was very, very serious, man. And it's serious to this day. Witches use it for wickedness. Okay? And see, this is why you got to be baptized in the name of Jesus Christ, so you can be covered in his blood. So these witches can't harm you or get to you. Okay? Seriously. Also, I want to show you about Will Smith's daughter named Willow Smith, where it come from. Okay? Where it come from, man. Willow was a goddess witch in the book Willow. A woman named Willow was a goddess witch in the book. A woman named Willow. That's right. Here it is. Willow was highly revered by witches. Willow was a goddess. Okay? It's right here in this book. Willow was a goddess. I got it highlighted in blue. Willow was a goddess witch in the book. Okay? And this is something you have to watch out with these celebrities, because they'll name their children after pagan gods and witches and all of that stuff, man. And you'll become a fan of it, sitting there saying, that's so cute, look at their family. But you got to understand what they are into. They have to do this to keep the money rolling in for Satan. Okay? They have to name their kids witches' names, pagan god names. Okay? This is why Will Smith and Jada put their son and their daughter into a Scientology school, man. It's basically a school of witchcraft. That's basically what it is. Okay, but they just call it Scientology, man. It's basically a witchcraft school that they put the kids into. And Willow, that name is a witch goddess that the witches worship, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Also, I got some more stuff that I want to show you right quick. Also, here it is. Witches would put curses on other witches. Like, for example, you know, you'll see certain witches that be on these TV shows, like Katie, the Murray Show that used to be on, Oprah. She interviewed a lot of witches. And what certain witches would do, certain witches will get jealous of another witch because that witch is more successful than them. And they'll try to put curses on other witches. It's a witch in the book when he was a witch. This guy was a male witch, and he was a witch. And what happened was another witch put a spell on him. And this is what they do. This is all being done in Hollywood. This is why certain celebrities in Hollywood, they'll be going through cancer, and they'll be sickly and they'll be dying. Because another witch is putting a spell on them in Hollywood. That's right, man. That's right. This is why Beyonce is at the top rank. Okay? Because her and Jennifer Lopez, they have put other spells and curses on other witches in Hollywood. That's why they run that stuff, man. Wake up, people. This is serious. This is why you got Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was a witch Because according to the witch book, smoking crack is witchcraft. Smoking weed, cigarettes, all of that stuff is straight witchcraft. Whitney Houston was a witch, okay? And what happened was Whitney Houston had spells and curses on her because she was a witch, okay? For all of you people who want to stay smoking weed, cigarettes, black and mild cigars, going into a trance, you're a witch. You're doing witchcraft and sorcery, man. The witches smoked, okay? This is serious, man. Folk gotta wake up, man. Folk have to wake up. Also, I want to go ahead and open up you people's eyes to this right quick. The brooms. Back in the 16th century, the witches flew on brooms, okay? And that movie, The Wizard of Oz, that they show every Halloween, that's real. When you saw the witch flying on a broom, that's real. And when they go through the chimney, that's real. Nothing fake about that. All throughout the book, the witches flew on brooms. Let me tell you why they flew on brooms. The reason why the witches flew on brooms was because they were afraid of horses. They were afraid of horses. So they picked brooms instead. Okay? And this is why when Christ returns to the earth, he's coming back on a horse. The reason why he's coming back on a horse, because he's going to shame all of the witches and put them in fear, because the witches were afraid of horses. This is why when Elijah was taken up to heaven, what came and got him? The horses on the chariot. The horses came and got him because God had to show a sign to put Jezebel in fear, because Jezebel was a witch and she was after Elijah. And the witches feared horses. This is why they flew on brooms. Okay, that's the truth, man. People, you're not going to learn this stuff in church and Christianity because they all hypnotized under spells, man. Christian preachers are afraid of this kind of stuff, man. They're afraid of this, man. The witches already have them under a spell of fear. That's right, man. That's right, man. That's right. Also, let me show you who brought witchcraft to America. One of these witch men, he was responsible for bringing witchcraft to America. Okay? And I want to show you this guy right here. He was responsible for bringing witchcraft to America. This guy right here. See this guy? This guy was one of the guys responsible for bringing witchcraft to America. This guy is from London. He was born 1934. Okay, he comes from London. He was responsible for bringing witchcraft to America. This guy right here. He was one of the guys. This guy was a well-known witch, man. Okay, and he was responsible for bringing witchcraft and Wicca to America. Let me show you something else right quick in the book. Also in the book, there is a brother named Gene Boudin right here. This is a picture of him. A brother in the book named Gene Boudin. Okay, and this brother prophesied and said that all countries will be destroyed by famines and wars because they accept witches. This guy spoke this prophecy in the 15th century, back in the late 1500s. This guy spoke a prophecy and said that all of the countries are going to be hit with wars and famines, and destruction is going to come to all countries who accept witches. People, that's America. America accept witches. You accept Beyonce. You accept Lady Gaga. Y'all follow all of this madness, man. You follow all of the reality shows of these witches and stuff. Tiny and all that stuff. Tiny is a witch, man. Okay? America have accepted all of the witches. This is why America is under a curse. And this is why God be destroying all of these cities and stuff with tornadoes and storms and earthquakes. Because America have accepted the witches, man. And this guy named Gene Boudin, he prophesied this stuff. He prophesied this in the 15th century. He knew what was coming to pass, man. It's all in the book. Okay? Also, man, I want to show you something else right quick. Let me see where I'm at. I want to show you something else. Also, the witches, they make covenants. The witches make covenants with Satan, man. They make covenants with Satan. And I want to just share this with you right quick. Okay? One of the things that the witches would do is they would kiss Satan on the lips. That's the kiss of shame. And also what the witches would do, they would suck Satan's penis, man. They would suck Satan's penis to gain extra power from the devil. This is what women are doing in Hollywood, man. They sell their souls to get in the game to become a witch. Meaning they got to suck off producers. They got to suck the producers off, the music producers, and so on. All of the people who are in Hollywood. Women have to sell their souls to get in. That's a ritual that the witches was doing to get power from Satan. They would have to kiss Satan on the lips and suck Satan's penis to get extra power for their witchcraft. This is the women that you see today who sell their souls in Hollywood. They have sex with all of these producers and this and that and that and the other to get in and be giving head to the producers and all of that stuff to gain extra power in Hollywood, to get movie roles. All that comes from the witches, man. All of it comes straight from the witches. That was a ritual that they was doing, man. That was a ritual that they was doing. Also, I already told you people about the black cats, that the witches would have cats that they use, and all of the witches had to have a cat. Okay, and this is why in Hollywood now, if you notice, you see all of these women in Hollywood either with cats or dogs that they be carrying, these little poodles and stuff like that. Well, the witches had to have these animals to use them to do their works through. And this is why in Hollywood now all of a sudden you see all of these demonic women in Hollywood, they have a little poodle on their hand or a little cat or something. Okay, because that came from the witches, man. All the stuff that they're doing come from the witches. That's how they are witches, man. They all are witches. Okay. Also, you know, you had witches who were singers. Okay, and this is your modern day singers today. You had witches in the back in the 16th centuries, 15th centuries. You had witches who were singers, man. Meaning they would sing songs to Satan. This is your Lady Gaga's. This is your Beyonce's, man. You know, seriously, wake up, man. This is the truth. This is your Lil Wayne's and all of that stuff. This is your Whitney Houston's. Because Whitney Houston was a crackhead. She was smoking crack. That's witchcraft. Okay? It's all in the witch's book, man. Okay, also, I want to go ahead. Oh, here's another one, man. Now this one right here is crazy. Witches can put a spell on a brother and turn a brother gay. Witches can do this. In the witch's book, witches were putting spells on men, and they were turning men gay. That's right. Witches were putting spells on men, and the men all of a sudden would just turn gay. He'll start sounding like a woman. He'll start talking like a woman. He'll just turn gay. It's a spell, man. Okay? And that's what's going on today. You know, seriously, man. Also, witches put spells on women to whereas the witches would have women losing their hair. You women better wake up. Okay? That's right. Witches will put spells on other women to where their hair will fall out. They'll lose their hair. They'll just be going through it, man. They'll just be going through it. You know, seriously. And also, I want to go ahead and witches would also put spells on people, especially like speakers and stuff like that, to whereas they wouldn't be able to tell the truth. That's Christianity. This is why the Christian preachers can't speak truth. They're under a spell. They're under a spell, man. Witches will put spells on people in the book so they won't be able to tell the truth. And this is why your Christian preachers today, they preach the same messages in circles. It's crazy, man. Those are spells, man. Those are spells, man. Okay, also in the witch's book, okay, there was a witch named Rebecca Nurse in the witch's book. Her name is Rebecca Nurse. And back in the 15th century, okay, this woman saw Satan. She was a well-known witch, and she saw Satan, meaning he appeared to her. And she described Satan in the book. She said Satan was a black man. All of the witches from the witch's book who described Satan, when they saw his face and they had pacts with him, they all said the same thing about Satan. They said that Satan was a black man. Some crazy stuff, man. And also, there was a witch in the witch's book. There's a witch to whereas when one witch didn't keep her pact with the devil because Satan told her that her time was up. She was supposed to die, and her time was of death was coming. And how she knew this was a bird that she had in her house. The bird just dropped dead. So the witch automatically knew her time was up. And Satan appeared to her and told her, you got to keep the contract. You must kill your son and you must kill his whole family. It's all in the witch's book. And when she refused to do it, Satan and demons appeared to her and Satan appeared to her on a demonized horse, on a black demonized horse, and the horse had spikes all on the horse. Satan took the witch and threw her on a horse with spikes and killed her and rolled off into the moonlight. Okay, some serious stuff, man. This stuff is real, people. Witches, witchcraft, sorcery, voodoo, it's all real. It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. This is not a game, man. And at the beginning of the video, I gave you all of the scriptures for this stuff. Seriously, this is why Christ you gotta follow Christ, man. You got to, people. This is not a joke, okay? Also, I told you people about that. Oh, here's another one right here. Witches, in the witches book, the witches will put curses and spells on people who was getting married, to whereas their marriages will crumble and fall, or the husband or the wife will cheat on each other. It wouldn't even last. This is what's going on in Hollywood. Every time in Hollywood, people get together, divorce. Even in the church, every time people get married, they get together, don't work out. The witches were putting spells on married couples. In the book, they were putting spells and curses on married couples, to whereas the marriage wouldn't work. It'd just fall immediately, okay? And what happened was, the people were so afraid of this stuff, to whereas they started getting married in their homes, man. People started getting married in secret. Because they had to, because back in the 16th century, the witches were so powerful, to whereas if they got married in public, the witches will put spells and curses on their marriage, man. So the people had to just get married in secret. And this is what you see in churches in Hollywood all across America. The divorce rate is sky high, man. Everybody can't even last together because they under curses and spells, man. And the whole earth is being controlled by witches. Satan is controlling the whole thing through witches. Wake up, people. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Wake up. Okay? Also, man, witches will cause you to be in car crashes, lose weight, gain weight. Also, witches will cause your wife or your husband to beat on you. Your wife turn on you and kill you. Witches will put spells on your kids. And the witches will cause your children to even kill you. This is why we see so many kids killing their own parents, man. That's all coming from spells and curses, man, of witchcraft. Witches will put spells on children. The children will betray their own family, their own parents, and take them out. All spells and curses, man. That's right. Seriously, people. And let me tell you, Hollywood, the government, the Illuminati, it's all being controlled by witches. Let me hit you. Let me hit you with this truth right quick. Okay, because you have witches all in religion. Nation of Islam, that numbered a bunch of witches, witch Muslims, man. Witchcraft Muslims. Elijah Muhammad was a witch, man. He was a witch. Him and Farrakhan ain't nothing but some witches. They killed Malcolm X, okay? The Muslims killed Malcolm X, man. They nothing but witches, man. You got witches all in religion, in Judaism, Buddhism, Nation of Islam, all that stuff, man. Witches, man. Okay? Also, I want to say this as well, is that all of these internet site owners, like the owners who own YouTube, the owners who own Facebook, you got to understand, man, that these people are witches, okay? And let me tell you about this, man. You need to hear this. This is why all of the people on YouTube, they're under a spell. Every time you look at videos on YouTube and you look at the comments, all of the people just going at each other. All of them. They just going at each other. They saying things that don't make sense. They under a spell. They under a spell, man. They are under a spell. It's the truth, people. Wake up. The owners of YouTube are not godly people. Okay? You got to understand that. They are witches. Okay? And you got to understand their way to do the ritual is that they got to do the ritual through you all. This is why I don't let folks comment under my videos. I will not do it. Because I know what's going on, man, in the spirit. I know what's going on, even on Facebook. You get these people on Facebook, right, and this is what they say. They talk to Facebook as if Facebook is a person. They'll put up a post and they'll say, good morning, Facebook, good night, Facebook. Facebook is not a person, you dummy, okay? It's a website. But see, the reason why they are doing that because they are under a spell, man. They are speaking to Facebook as if Facebook is a person. That's the idol God, okay? Where's that coming from? They need to do their research on the Facebook owner and his wife. and find out what kind of gods they are following. Okay? That's right, man. And see, you people better wake up, man. You people don't even have a clue of what's going on in the earth today, man. You people are so hypnotized and under curses and spells to where you're stupid. Okay? And understand this about the witches. The witches know you more than you know yourself. That's right. They know you more than you know yourself. Okay? They put curses on these records and songs to keep you people staying a fan of them. All in Hollywood, man. This is why Rihanna, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Madonna and all of these people, they have so many fans. Okay? Because they put spells on the music. Okay? Curses and spells on the music to keep you hypnotized, to keep you being a fan of them. That's right, man. This is why folks in Hollywood, it's like the world know what's going on with the stars and they'll still follow them and worship them. They under a spell, man. They hypnotized. This is why and this is why all of you people, you know 50 Cent is evil, Eminem is evil, Jay-Z is evil. All of these rappers are evil, and yet you still following them. You still following them because you're under a spell. That's why, man. That's why all this comes from the witches. They're witches, man. They're not rappers. They're not singers. They're not movie actors. They are witches. Wake up, man. Wake up, people. Wake up. And let me see if I have some more for you. Okay, let me see if I have some more for you right quick. Okay, because people, I'm giving you all of the information that's in this book. Also, I want to tell you about this. Okay, the evil eye. I think I told you about the evil eye spell. Okay, and this is what the evil eye spell is. What they do in Hollywood when they cover the eye, that represents the eye of Lucifer. That's the evil eye spell that the witches was doing in the witch book. Meaning a witch can look at you and put a spell and a curse on you. They can point at you, or they can look at you and put a spell and a curse on you. And also they can do that and poison you. They can poison your food and your drinks. And this is what you have today. The water is poisoned. The food is poisoned. Because now you have a bunch of witches who are in these labs, man. That's right. This is why Christ wants us to fast and pray. Because Christ knows what's going on. Okay? He knows what's going on, man. He knows. He knows, man. And also, I just want to reveal this secret too. Remember in the Bible when Christ was healing certain people, and he'll tell a person, he'll say, see that you tell no one about this. Okay? I'm pretty much sure you have read that before in the Bible, where Christ will heal a person and he'll tell them, don't tell nobody. See that you tell no one. The reason why he was saying, see that you tell no one, because Christ was aware of them, the witches. Christ already knew if the witches heard about that, they can try to re-put that same curse and spell back on that person. So Christ was telling them, see that you tell no one. Okay? Serious, people. So with all of that being said, y'all, I'm just gonna just go over everything and make sure I gave you people all of the stuff. I mean, stuff is serious, man. You know, seriously. You know, I mean, also the witch night, the witching hour for witches, when they pray to Satan and they come out their bodies and have this out-of-body experiences, and they go to Satan and they do their evils in the earth and curse homes and families and stuff. And also witches even snatch kids, meaning a witch will come out their body and have an out-of-body experience and kidnap kids, man. Okay, one of the reasons why so many people are missing today. Okay, this stuff is still happening in the earth. Okay, but the hour of the witches, when they would pray they spells, and this, and I'm just gonna say this, the hour of the witches, and when they would put spells on pagan Christians, is 12 o'clock at night. It's all in the book. The witches will put spells on Christians at 12 o'clock at night, man. That's right. That's right. And also they would put spells on pagan Christians before the Christians go to church on a pagan Sunday. That's right. The witches will put spells on them, man. Okay? This is why Christians are so... and I just want to say this. Have you ever noticed? This is why Christians be so angry when you come to them with the truth. Because they're under a spell. The witches put that spell on them to whereas they will not be able to receive truth. This is why Paul said in Galatians chapter 3 verse 1. Paul said, who have bewitched you that you should not obey the truth? Paul knew what the people was under. And this is why Christians hate so much truth. Because they're under a spell. And it all comes from the book, people. The witches have already destroyed Christians and Christianity. They're under spells, man. They are all under spells. So with all of that being said, y'all, I think I'm pretty much finished. I think I'm pretty much done with this stuff. Let me see. Okay. If I ain't missed out on nothing, you know, but I think I'm pretty much done, you know. I told you that the witches causes headaches, pain, all of that stuff. You know, cause you people to drop dead, lose your hair, and all of that stuff. And see, this is why, also in the witches book, I told you how these witches can float up and all that stuff. This is the stuff that you see in like certain videos that Beyonce do when they'll be floating up like that. They'll be floating, they'll be levitating off the ground. I think Beyonce had a video called Beautiful Nightmare. And when the video comes on, she's floating. Okay? She's showing you she's a witch right in front of your face, man. And relook at that video that Beyonce and Lady Gaga did. Because they was doing witchcraft all through the video. Showing people how to be a witch and put poison in the drinks and stuff. It's all comes from the witch book, man. They witches. Okay? They all witches, man. They all are witches. So with all of that being said, people, I'm about to be out, man. Peace.